Stop recording, checkbox check.
Alright. And we're back once more. This time, for the top 5 strongest Earth-type Manamon. And believe me, this list was tough to make, but it's been made. So let's get this shit on the road. At number 5, we have Leonatar. Now the reason why I'm putting Leonatar number 5 is because although it is really good in Manamon 1, it gets more stone type moves than anything in Manamon 2, so that really degrades its value. Not to mention that you can only get the Ghost Lonar or the level 30 Lonar in the Rainforest, and even then you might not get to use it right away if your party's full. So that's why it's just not as good as what it was in 1. So I mean, on the upside, it no longer needs the gravity magnet to hit air types, but it can hit ice types too now. But it's still just not the best, really. And so that's why it's only made it up here to the top 5, just barely. But to be fair, there aren't so many that you can justify running over it. There's a couple, yes. But you could still justify running it for the reason I just gave. And so, we now are at number 4. And in the number 4 spot, well, there, my good friends, we have in number 4, crap, hold on. Number 4, we have Alipig. Now, given you can catch a butt pig at level 17, and by that point you probably are already looking at running a Mytaurus, a Grandland, or I don't know, something better. But, I mean, there's nothing better than those two. Outside of Volvotimus, but even that's only just as good as those two. You may not even think twice about running an Alipig, especially since that thing is slow. I mean, literally, I once had a level 27 one and only had 54 speed. And even though I don't think that's totally accurate, it might have even had, its speed might have matched its level, so as you can see, it's slow. This is still a good Earth type. It gets Earthquake upon transformation with a gunk element from Duroink. Speaking of which, you can catch Duroink in the Cave of Fates. It gets... what else does it get? I don't quite believe it gets Mudslide, but it does get Land Power, and it does get Quake as a butt pig. And if you want stat increasing, I think the best thing there, it gets Second, but it might also get Wallow. That could be used for dealing with moves like Ice Punch, because it's still weak to all the types it's weak to, and it can't hit the air type still. But otherwise, this thing is all around pretty good as an Earth type. At number 3, we have Volvotimus. Now, Volvotimus is insane. Its only weakness is plant. You heard that right. Its only type. It is not very effective against or neutral to is plant. This is one of the most insane Manamon in the game, honestly. It gets Contained Quake at level 58, and by that point you want to take it online, just give it the Rearm Band, and as long as you're not fighting an air type, or a plant type. Contained Quake, Rearm Band, oh wait, what's that? You can't use that anymore. Just the Quad Blitz everything in your path. I mean, cause really, this Manamon's just that good. It gets so many good moves. Like, it gets Contained Quake, like I said, Mudslide, Aquatic Blitz, Downpour if you want to make it rain. If not, you can just put like a... I guess, well, Deluge is gonna be a move I think you take anyway. So if you had to replace that, I guess you could put something like, I guess... Mud Blast? That's what I would run instead. But you could... I suppose you could justify running Slam as well. For neutrality to... air. Otherwise, I'd just go with Mud Blast. And number 2, you have my Taurus. Yes, my Taurus is slow. Yes, it's weak to fighting. Yes, it's weak to flame. But it gets Conjure Sword and it's an Earth type, so quit complaining. It's now neutral to Ice, which it can deal very effective to, neutral to Plant, which it can't quite deal very effective to. But it gets Geo Combat, so you don't have to worry about those air types. And Thunderhammer as well. So again, you ain't even got to worry about them water types either. But believe me, they're still gonna hurt. Just be prepared for when they do come. Not to mention, my Taurus can resist the stone and standard type attacks of Boulder Dash. So Stone Spin won't really be touching this thing. And, I mean, that's why all around, especially defensively, it's pretty good. And offensively, it gets, like I said, Conjure Sword, Geo Combat, Earthquake, Tunnel, Protect, Thunderhammer. I think it gets Sledgehammer as well, but I could be lying to you. I don't have one to go look, I'm sorry. Get Stone Fist if you want to take a nice type like that. At least while it's a clubble. Gets Assault Tackle as a Minotaur, which is also when it gets Tunnel. Sure, it has a slow transformation line, but I mean, it's still really insane. So you can justify running this Manamon any day. Just remember that you're not going to get a Minotaur until you get to Shadow Canyon, or until you catch it as a Clubble in the Cave of Fates. But even then, you're probably not getting past there until you get past Shadow Canyon. And so with that being said, now we shall move on to the strongest Earth-type Manamon. And since I'm pretty sure you've never even seen me run this, you might be surprised. But I assure you, this is easily one of the best Manamon in the games, I say, because it's available both in 1 and in Manamon 2. And that, dear friends, is... Okay, I was just checking the time. My bad. That, my dear friends, is Grandland. Grandland does not have the Diversify ability in Manamon 1, and that's what it has possibly almost being overtaken in the list. But, in 2, Diversify plus Grandland Clay. You still have the Grandland Clay in 1, you just can't get it as early as you might like. But Diversify plus Grandland Clay, you can run a variety of moves. Tunnel, Conjure Sword, Zap Slam, Blaze Rampage, Crystal Slash, Stone Crash, Eclipse Rocket, Meteor Rush. Honestly, I'd take Conjure Sword over Meteor Rush, but, like I said, you can take whatever you want on this thing, and just Grandland Clay plus Diversify will be having those moves basically do as much as if they were the same type. As these two, the ability and the equipment combine, make for a 50% increase on the moves that are not the same type as the user, being Grandland in this case. So yeah, that's the Earth type list for you. And next we'll move on to the Electric type list. So with that being said, do not forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If this helps you out, then that's good to hear. And also, I will be running a playthrough in a soon where I just use damaging moves that are the same type as the user, no, not the same type as the user, that are a certain type, and I will only use damaging moves of that specific type. So if you want me to record that, just let me know in the comments. If not, I'll just run it as is, and I'll tell you how that went. Next we'll do the electric type, and I think after that will be the fighting type? Yeah, it'll be the fighting type. So anyway, this is Manamon saying catch you later.